Okay, I'm thinking this should work now. I did have a bit of a tech issue here. Why is... Okay, live chat is telling me it can connect, but... Open a new window? Okay, so that must be an old one? I don't know. Okay, yeah, but today we are working on the Atom. This is just one of the videos that's gonna pop up on this Tom's 3D live channel that is much less strictly planned, much less orchestrated than the other ones on the main channel. That's what this channel is for. And I think I can, for the first time in ever, I've even got a 3D printer running in the background. Prusha is printing some clear stuff. So yeah, like I said, much more casual than elsewhere. I still have chat up here, so if you want to chat and ask me stuff, feel free to do that. But in general, yeah, don't expect too much of this channel and of this stream today. We're just gonna unbuild what we did with the Atom. This guy has a smoothie board in here, which we're gonna take out in preparation for tomorrow's stream. Hopefully, ideally, we're just gonna get the dual extrusion kit from Atom. Is that in frame? Should be now. This is the, similar to the Prometheus system or Prusha's multi-material upgrade. This guy still has one hot end, one upgraded hot end, and just feeds two filaments into that, one nozzle. So that's gonna go in tomorrow, but of course that's only designed to work with the stock electronics and the stock firmware. By the way, hi everyone in chat. How many viewers did we just accumulate? This second channel already has over 1,000 subscribers, which is crazy. I don't know, 23 people watching. That's fine. That's fine. Am I ever going to build a hypercube? To be honest, I've not really looked into that machine yet. Is chat working? Yes, it is. It's on stream. Yeah, I've not looked into that machine too much, so I can't really say too much about it. Maybe one day. The thing is also, yeah, like building the cheap Prusa, that's a nice project and all, but it takes so much time. Like the amount of preparation, the amount of planning, the amount of making videos on it, even that's just so much work. As the next project, I'm definitely going to build a hang printer. So yeah, maybe after that we'll see. Maybe something crazy, some weird ass Scarra robot. We'll see. But I don't know. Maybe too boring. I don't want to say it. I'm sure it's a good printer and all, but is it really spectacular? Cool. Also, this thing is horrible. Sort of. It's great when it works, but when it doesn't work, there's just nothing you can do. This is a Logitech G13. It's plugged in through USB, but last time I plugged it in, you restarted the computer and it worked. This time I plugged it in, and all I'm getting is a black screen. So this is what I usually use to switch cameras. But since that's not working, I'm gonna have to do that manually, which means using a mouse. I don't know. It's okay for this channel. Again, that's the entire premise of why this thing is even on. So yeah. Let's see, motors. So obviously this, wait, are this different? Is that different motor connectors? What? No. Okay, it's the same ones. They just look different. Dual extruders for the Mark II clone would be so cool. Eventually, maybe. Though I'd have to try that out on the genuine Mark II first before I try it on the clone. It might. So that would be the original Prusa upgrade with the single hot and dual extruders, obviously. I guess you could also just make the frame a bit wider on the clone Mark II and just drop in a what's it called, E3D's 2-in-1. Come on, Cyclops and Chimera, those two. Yeah, those are the ones that you could probably just pop in on a modified carriage and use that on any 3D printer as well. So yeah, we'll see where I take it. For now, the focus on the this is clipped in. For now, the focus on the Clone Mark II is to get it working reliably and working really well as a baseline printer first, and then there's your smoothie board. Ooh. And only then start doing the crazy stuff to it. So yeah, I'm not sure what the status on the official Prusa upgrade is right now. Oh, I already took out the SD card. But yeah, I don't have one yet. It's been offered to me. The Mark II S has also been offered to me. For now, I just I don't have the time to review them yet, and especially when it's beta hardware, it's something I always point out. I don't want to get into beta hardware because it usually means a lot of back and forth with the manufacturer, a lot of running into walls, a lot of trial and error, and I just don't have the time for that, unfortunately. Right, so I'm just gonna keep these on here. Okay, hotkeys don't work. Right. Retraction settings for the Titan. When it comes to the Titan extruder itself, I mean, the extruder isn't really any different when it comes to its retraction needs, etc., than any other extruder. It's always just the filament in millimeters, which is an absolute distance. So if you're doing direct drive, I think like around the millimeter should be okay. If you're using it with Bowden, depending on the length of your Bowden tube, around 4 millimeters should be a good baseline. Okay, I could have left these on here. So that is a fan, apparently. Okay. Wait a second. So this is this is the micro USB cord that we had to power the tablet, which since actually let me show you all that tablet that I used for that smoothification process. I was told hot gluing it onto the display wasn't the smartest idea. Oops, that's not the original knob, I think. Hot gluing it just over the original display wasn't the smartest idea, supposedly, but I put some tape on it so it wouldn't stick. And I was able to pull this off pretty well, but like a day after I built this thing, like the screen, you can see it if I... Yeah, right there. There's just a huge crack in the screen. I don't know where that is from. If it was just like the hot and contracting and cooling the plastic in here, or the hot glue doing stuff, but yeah, I looked. You can buy the glass on its own, but yeah, it's sad to see that. But this is just a really cheap tablet, so I'm not going to worry about it too much. What am I up to tonight? I'm reverting, just look at the video title, I guess. I'm reverting the ATOM 2.0 to the stock setup so that we can put in the dual extrusion upgrade that makes this thing an ATOM 2.5 tomorrow. And of course, the official upgrades are only intended for the official electronics and the smoothie board. They are working on getting the smoothie board working in here and qualified and officially supported, but it's just they're just not there yet. This is the thermistor right here. Another thing I ran into is what I'm replacing it with the original electronics. This is the does it have a name? It doesn't have a name, but it is based on one of the Chinese ones, which I think a lot of other printers are using as well. Yeah, MKS, what is it? The Gen 1.3. It's based on that. It does have the ATOM logo on it. This way around. It does have the ATOM logo on it, but it is mostly based on that design, and hence They are not using the bad MOSFET. They are actually using the SSR in here to basically bypass the MOSFET entirely. Yeah. One thing I noticed with the Atom and the smoothie board specifically was that, well, unfortunately, because they are using these huge motors, I mean, if you look at these are just massive, massive motors, and I think these are rated for 60 Newton centimeters max if you use them with a full current, which I think is like 2.5 amps. They are a very low current. No, hold on, 2.5 amps. That was bullshit. They are a low current, high inductance type, which is a type that the TI DRV8825 chips like. But the smoothie boards, Allegro drivers, the A49, A3 or A8, they can't really deal with that type of motor. So we did get a lot of squealing, a lot of step and noise, and that just wasn't pleasant at all. And unless I would also swap out the motors, etc., I don't think the smoothie board just straight up it just wouldn't have worked. So yeah, unfortunately this does have to go yeah, MKS Gen 1.4, 1.3, whatever. And we're going to use the Delta Printers MKS on the Prusa copy build instead of the Rams and Mega. What? So this MKS, no, this is going back into the Atom. This is going back in here, and yeah, this is going to be powering this very printer, even though it's an 8-bit board, and even though, yes, it is too weak to properly drive it, but it's going back in here. It is, required for the official upgrades. I'm going to grab some pliers because these spaces are just not coming out. And that requires me to head over to the next room. So yeah, people keep pointing out that my microphone connection keeps failing if I just walk over here. I guess that's true. I guess that's just a range thing. It's just one wall, but our walls here are, well, I don't know. So this is a hold on. This is a drywall in front of, I think, a concrete wall. So yeah, that would make sense. That would make total sense that the microphone would start cutting out. Whoops. What are my thoughts and experiences on SCARA type printers? So experience is not that much because I've not built one or used one, but my understanding with the SCARA type printers is that they are, for the most part, I guess it's the same opinion I have on any like weird new 3D printer type. Ow. Both when it was about deltas and when it was about, SCARA and all those weird new things. It's always like, yeah, if you build them right, you can have them build, you can have them print well. It's just that different geometries will require different levels of commitment. And I mean, a SCARA type machine will probably work better than a ow. What are those with the rotating platform and the one axis? That's downright a bad design, but the SCARA ones, the SCARA is, I don't think is one of those. It's just, it's very complex compared to like a Cartesian machines. Deltas on the same token, deltas aren't any better or much better in that case either, in that regard. So there's one, there's two. When did the stream start? You should be getting notifications. That would be weird. By the way, for any of you native English speakers out there, these mugs have been bothering me for a while. So that they say, keep calm and eat a cake. I don't think they should be saying eat a cake, I think they should just be saying and eat cake, because eat a cake sounds like something entirely different. So is that even the proper way to say it? I am not sure. And obviously this stream and the chat hopefully is gonna stay PG-13, please. So yeah. Is that the same Delta I tried to fry some sausages on a while ago? No, that is that guy back there, the Service Reborn. Oh, let's get the box out of the way. This is the one I built completely from scratch, from nothing. I designed myself, though, to be honest, it's not much different than any other Delta out there. This one has the huge-ass silicone heater in there. This is 600 watts or 650. And that one blew up. I still have to replace that. I might just stream it on this channel as well, because why not? No, this is the ATOM 2.0. Nothing has been fried on this guy yet because it has a rather weak heat bed, unfortunately. So, yeah, don't really get the option to do that. By the way, color should be a lot better on today's stream compared to what we had the last few times on the main channel and elsewhere, I guess. I did try to get color correction like set up through OBS Studio, through the new color correction lookup table features, and I tried using the exact same color map lookup table that I use for regular content, because I'm using the exact same cameras. But the thing is, the OBS, Open Broadcaster Studio, Open Broadcaster Software Studio lookup tables, they are only like 4-bit versus 8-bit per channel. So it looked really bad. It looked really, really horrible. So I tuned that down and tried using like the regular color correction. So I'm hoping that is better. Let them eat cake, yeah. This. Let me see. Can I change the stream to? Oh yeah, I can't. Unfortunately, the next one I'm going to change to optimize for interaction, because right now this has about a 30-second delay between chat and you guys seeing my response. And usually for the regular streams I have that switched to for low latency, which means that we're having around 10 seconds of latency otherwise. Right, but now let's switch back. What's printing on the Mark II right now? Let me show that, because this is the second channel. There's no holding back. There's no holding back and teasing stuff. So I've been experimenting. These are Daniel Nore's spur gears from the Open RC F1 car. I guess this is what these live streams can be, I've been trying to print these clear. As you can see, these are pretty nicely translucent. I've been experimenting with low layer heights with, this is also low layer height, and this is as well. Anyways, and with larger layer heights and extrusion multipliers and all that sort of stuff. And I'm trying to figure out what the easiest way is to print PETG clear. I guess you could also do it with polycarbonate. And so far I've figured out a few things that will allow you to print like vertical walls. This is wavy because these are super weak walls. That will allow you to print vertical walls clear, and other settings that will allow you to print layers clear. And right now there are two different benches printing. Let's see. Two different benches in like sequential printing mode. This is the super low layer height one with 0.1 millimeter layers, and another one is going to be starting soon that's printing in 0.3 millimeters. Right, X, Y, Z. JMap and the future. Asking, our Kickstarter is dead. They are dead if you want them to be. This is X. The thing with Kickstarters is there have been just so many shady and questionable and, you know, well-intended but badly executed Kickstarters out there. I've lost pretty much all trust in Kickstarter. I've always been like critical of the entire platform, but I was like, yeah, if they can pull it off, sure, why not? But nowadays, I'm just avoiding them completely. I've not backed a Kickstarter project, but I don't see myself backing one anytime soon or in the future. By the way, thanks for bringing up Facebook. I'm just gonna throw out a quick tweet. It's like, hey guys, I'm streaming, and obviously I can't. Firefox. Hold on. 60 people. We can do better than that. Yeah. So Kickstarters, I don't know. They are, if they are well done, if they're innovative, if they are, you know, unique, then maybe they are worth considering. But especially when it comes to like 3D printers, it's like the classic, you know, money grab, badly executed, whatever you want to call it, Kickstarter nowadays. So the thing too is that oftentimes they're not bringing anything new to the table. Wait, two-factor authentication on Twitter? When did I set up that? And especially when it's super cheap stuff from people who have never Google Auth, and there we go. When it's super cheap stuff from people who have never, you know, run a business, never. Shit, why do I have Twitter? Shit. When it's people that have never, you know, brought a product to market, that have never engineered anything properly, then yeah. Hold on. Backup codes. Oh, okay. That works. Live. Can I get the video URL? So for everyone who's enjoying the quiet chat right now, let's see how many people join in. Paste. Oh gosh, Twitter obviously doesn't do the YouTube short URLs. Paste tweet. Right. So I wouldn't do that on the main channel, but whatever. This is just the second channel. It's declared as, you know, being super casual and not really having the same polish as usual. So yeah, Kickstarter, Dolly, 15-hour print, Z-Wobble. Yeah. Z-Wobble on the Dolly is definitely something I will need to fix soon, because it's really bad. And yeah, it can do a lot better. I've just recently seen my Padawans Itopi. I gave him that one, or essentially we built that one together, and that thing rocks. That thing prints better than most stuff I've seen so far. So yeah, the cheap printers definitely can do really well. What he's using right now are, you know, IGUS spindles, IGUS trapezoid spindles, plus I think like German brand name Plum, or what the Chinese call plum couplings. So yeah, that thing is amazing in its print quality. I should have kept it for myself. Haha, yeah. But then again, I do have enough 3D printers. Z. Hold on, that is Z positive. I'm hoping that's supposed to go in here. Yeah, bomb is like not the issue. That is correct. Bomb and the parts, and it's, you know, at its core, it's the same issues that pushed E3D to stop producing the big box. It is exactly that. If you read through their post that they issued when they like officially discontinued the big box, they were like, yeah, it's a good printer. It works. It had a few more issues in the beginning. We figured those out in the long run, but just maintaining the printer and doing support and doing logistics and production and all that stuff that comes along with it was too much for them. And it's the same thing that Kickstarter guys underestimate. Next one, yeah, I don't care about nationality. You know, even if it's German guys, it's not a guarantee that they are going to be able to do it right. So these are thermistors, I believe. There's nothing else where I could plug in thermistors, so I guess right here and here. Jetman's asking why, how, why am I taking out the smoothie board? Yes, I did point that out in the beginning of the stream, but whatever. This is camera switches. Ooh, that's a scary angle. This is the dual extrusion kit for the Sigma. New hot end dual extruders, or dual extruders, single hot end, but it requires the original board. It doesn't work with the smoothie board yet, though. I think we could get it going with that pretty easily. This is the extruder. Yeah, what's really going on is it's the preparation for tomorrow's stream at its core. I'm getting the hang of this. How to, which direction to turn the camera? Okay, 2 more bars. Great. Okay, so these go up here. Let's see. There was one other good question somewhere. Ultimaker 3 or Sigma R17? Which system for soluble support would you recommend? Can't make up my mind. Mountain Prophet saying. So the thing with the Sigma and the Ultimaker is, as I pointed out in the pre-review of the, what the hell is this? In the pre-review of the Sigma, they are vastly different machines. They are, you know, different in their concept, in their target audience, in pretty much everything. The Sigma is more of an open source, of a hands-on machine, and I don't have a screwdriver here. While the Ultimaker is just much more of a nicer Apple-esque polished product. 1 second. The Sigma feels a lot more raw to me. It feels a lot more, you know, handmade and crafted to me than the Ultimaker. The Ultimaker is very polished and clean and maybe to an extent sterile. But yeah, it, you know, with Wi-Fi and the awesome Cura 2 integration and all that stuff, it's the more sophisticated machine. I guess that's the word I'm looking for. But when it comes to overall performance I've tuned in Cura 2 profiles for the for the Sigma as well, and they print really well. They're not super reliable yet, but they you know, the print quality we're getting is pretty awesome. And and BCN are working on getting that integrated. And once that's done, I think it's you know, not just in the polish versus not so polished department. The Sigma really is a good contender. Right now, as it stands, I'm still having a bit of an issue with the software situation and just the overall polish of the machine, which was similar when the Ultimaker 3 came out. But it has a lot of potential. It's, you know, the dual extrusion system is awesome. It is, I think, the best approach to dual extrusion ever. I think just having the two independent carriages is amazing. And yeah, if they can figure out the rest, the Sigma is definitely the machine to go for. Unless, of course, you want the features the Ultimaker 3 has. It's always that trade-off. Get one machine for its features, or get another machine for the features that one has. I need another screwdriver. Awesome. I should just bring all of these over there. Just to have them. 1, 2, 3, small one, medium-sized one, and maybe grab some needle nose pliers if I can find them. Oh, over there. Happy Easter. I've lost track of the entire Easter and holiday thing. It's one of the perks, or one of the, well, disadvantages of being self-employed and not following like a strict working hours and working day schedule. And H-bed. So yeah, it is. I do know that it's Saturday right now. That's not how my desk looks. This is what my desk looks like. Oh, you can see the trash can. Cool. No, you cannot, because I've cropped this in. And you can probably not see a single thing. Maybe not. The TL Smoother and TL Feeder. I've not heard of those. Short under extrusion after a layer change. Might just be retraction settings. Thoughts on the probes that touch the bed? Yeah, they're a great concept. They're a bit too expensive, so I guess the only real one that I could recommend right now would be the BL Touch. That one does work really well. The other one's based on a servo and a micro switch that swivels down or something. I'm not sure how reliable those can be. What is this? I'm not sure how reliable those even can be, but like in general, yeah, BL Touch, good option. Otherwise, I'd just go with some sort of industrial probe. So this is power in. Okay, I guess that perspective doesn't really show you a lot. This guy right here is power in. So I'm just going to measure the polarity of this one to be sure. Touch the bed with a nozzle. Oh, okay. I didn't read that second question right there. Probes that touch the bed with a nozzle. I mean, this printer is one of them. Mouse. This printer is one of them. I don't. Well, I might be able to show it, but yeah, you can sort of see it. I guess I can also just move the second camera. the magnetic joints. So this one obviously also lifts up. There's a micro switch right here and an adjustment screw. So as the nozzle presses down, this entire upper part lifts up. This is a titanium hot end, so yeah, I'm not going to worry too much about this thing wearing down. I would be worried with like the standard brass nozzle about slowly hammering down the brass nozzle, but then again, I think like in regular use, you're gonna, if at all, if you're even flattening out the nozzle at the tip, you're probably gonna wear that down much faster than you like forge the tip flat. So I wouldn't be too worried about that in the long run, I think. And of course, anything that touches the bed with the nozzle itself is going to give you an offset, mostly offset free, and more importantly, just a repeatable and reliable reading of the bed height, of the true bed and nozzle height at each point, without, like, you know, the inductive sensors are influenced by whether you have a screw nearby, or whether you're probing in the front or in the, or close to the corner of the bed or something. And a you know, direct touchy probe is never going to be affected by any of that. So can I plug this guy in? I think I can. Power switch. Cool, so this should be 12 volts here somewhere. So we've got the marked one over here, and the unmarked one right there, and typically, which way around do I do it? Negative, so the marked one is positive. Yeah. Okay, let's just short these out so they don't have any charge left. Any merch in the future? Maybe. I did redo the entire channel branding. That might have something to do with it. This did two power inputs? What? No, okay, let's just connect both. I don't know, what sort of merchandise would you guys like to see, if any? Or would you like... would you say, yeah, just don't do it? Because I think like stickers and stuff, maybe a bit lame, maybe? Two extruder, one nozzle with only one stepper. No, this is going to be one nozzle, two extruders, two steppers. This I assume this guy's going to get the second stepper or the fifth stepper driver, and it's just going to, yeah, power all that. No mouse pads. Why no mouse pads? Can I like knock at you guys like a Steel Series mousepad, proper one with the decor on it. So I was thinking along the lines, considering that like the logo, obviously the stream graphics aren't updated yet. So if you ever see the pop-up down here where it's like, yeah, subscribe, that's not updated yet. But the entire Polygon logo series. I was thinking along the lines of like having a frog or a dragon or something as like semi-polygonized, low poly style, and just printed as an outline, as a grid, and then maybe some small attribution tagline. I have to see what I can do with the 3D artists there. Come on. Polo shirts. Thing with polo shirts, it's like the one thing you always print. Like I did print myself a branded shirt for the 3D print show, I believe, or was it TCT? I don't know, one of them. But I was running around with this ridiculous, completely overblown polo shirt with logos and URLs and everything on the back and front and sides. I wore it for a day. It was like super cheap material too. I was like, this is ridiculous. I'm not gonna wear this another day. And yeah, that was like I don't know, it was a single piece, so I think it was like $35 to make. Worn it for a day, yeah. So that wasn't really worth it for me. So I'd rather go with something cheap and plain. You can just wear casually. Like polo shirts are always this weird intermediate thing where it can, I don't know. Build tech with the logo, maybe. Maybe some lasered PEI. The thing is, I don't really want to go into actually selling stuff, into like, having 3D printer components or whatever as part of my business, as a as a revenue stream, essentially, because of all that rat's tail. Is that literally translated like that? Because of that entire tail that comes with it. That is like, customer support and RMAs and, certifications and licenses and shipping and whatever. So, yeah, I'm going to have someone else do that. Hawaii shirts? Yeah, maybe. Pseudo 3D printed coffee cup, but in ceramic. There are a few designs like that, but I mean, I guess you're going for the low poly look there. There are a few designs like it, but so the fan, are these the fans? There are a few like that, but I don't think any of those are like customizable, and most of them just don't look that great. And if you even do that through shape rays or something, it's gonna be ridiculously expensive. That Pandora's box you open up. So sorry, chat has about 30 seconds delay today. How did you print a shirt? What? Print? I had them printed. There are. You can go online, go to Spreadshirt or someone else, and just upload your 2D JPEG graphics, and they're gonna print it onto a shirt. So yeah, that's how I did that. I didn't like print it as in 3D or 2D transfer printed myself. I had someone else do that. It's cool. Chat seems self-sustaining at this point. Thanks for clarifying the de-smoothification process. So fans, I feel like I should get this camera a bit of a better angle because we can. Shit. Ooh, that's a short USB cord. There we go. Okay, this guy is like really over extruded, and PETG does not like being over extruded. It's just gonna create all those little boogers, which are bugging me too. But yeah, 500, not for. Okay, you scared me a bit there, J Philosopher. It's nice that there are 500 people here. What? No. No. That's not the goal of this channel. Don't want to have 500 people here. A Tom's 3D Hawaiian shirt. I would have to like come up with a nice polygon design for that. And I would have to find someone who could actually print it. So let's see, this guy with the 2 wires, that's the heater. Let's get that back on there. Dropship branded stuff from Alibaba. I don't know, Alibaba and AliExpress have been... I've really been enjoying them. Obviously Alibaba is a bit more for the... He-E1, He-E0. Alibaba is a bit more for the, larger quantity stuff. I'm not sure if they would just make... I don't know how many I'd even be selling. Of like branded t-shirts or Hawaiian shirts. Maybe I guess 500? 500 could happen. Especially if you have like giveaways at like fairs and stuff. And if it's like not... The thing I don't like about like branded stuff is... I guess when it's a cool brand, but I don't think like my stuff is a cool brand yet. Is just like having the logo like obnoxiously large on there, like the Ralph Lauren polo shirts with this huge, what's it called, the pony logo on here. That's just like, or just some nerdy logo over the entire front of the shirt. I wouldn't wear that. I would personally not wear that, and as a result, I would not sell that. I wouldn't, be comfortable putting that up for sale. What the hell was this? Wire. So yeah, I'm sort of pretty critical of the stuff I would offer as official merchandise, because there is my name behind it. Yeah. How about growing a mustache? Nah, that's just not gonna happen. Somebody offered me like $500 to shave my head last stream. That was before the Sweden 3D printing meetup. I don't think that is an offer I would be willing to take. Okay, so we've got this red and green. Red and green. Let's see, what is red and green in here? Does it go up to here? I think it does. Red and green down here, and this might be the, yeah, hot end cooling fan. Get over here. Red and green, red and green. I guess the good thing is you can just quick release the entire hot end assembly. Have a good look at it. So red and green. Is there a connector somewhere? Ah, yes, I can see it. I can see it. This is most likely... I mean, this hot end carriage... why did I lock this? This hot end carriage assembly... It's pretty nice. It's pretty nice. It's really compact. Like the paint is rubbing off up here. It's... yeah. Nope. Oh, I got the focus points wrong. There we go. I think that the paint is coming off slightly up here, but like just the entire assembly, just the aluminum machined frame down here, and how compact this entire thing is, it's pretty nice. Not a huge fan of the hot end, I have to say, but well, there's a new one coming. So I guess tomorrow I will be taking this guy out again. What's the room temp and humidity with all that PLA laying around? I do have a Chinese temperature and humidity gauge, but I think that 47% are wrong. I do have a dehumidifier running. 48. I do have a dehumidifier running in here, and it's usually around, if I actually use one that's working, it's usually around 30-35%, which is, absolutely adequate for PLA. I do have the PETGs and, well, the more sensitive PETGs, PVAs and nylons in a dry box, so that's completely taken care of. Yeah, that head shaving thing. Plus the guy wouldn't shut up. So, yeah. Okay, so this is the hot end fan. I guess I'm just gonna tie this to 12 volts, I believe. Maybe? Yeah. Yeah, the Titan Arrow, where is it? It's up here. Let me just give you guys a sneak peek in here. We interrupt the stream for an important message. I do have the review script written up. They obviously sent me like another... Wait a second, do you have a hot in here? There's a thermite. Do you have a complete hot in here? Okay, that's awesome. Okay, I've not found that yet. But like this is the arrow. Here's the heatsink that goes onto the Titan body instead of the clear lid. It's a really nice product. You know, it makes sense. It integrates stuff a lot more. But like my main points about it are, first of all, it's not a huge revolution, and how can it be? It's not like a completely new thing. It's just, it's the logical next step. So if you go for a new printer that, you know, doesn't have a carriage specifically made for any other extruder, if you can put an arrow on there, and if you're buying a V6 anyways, just go for the arrow. There's no reason of sticking with the classic V6. But like it's not something you should be upgrading to, unless you need that extra build volume. But like functionally, it is pretty much the same thing as the classic Titan Plus and Arrow. There's not a whole lot of difference. And yeah, it does bring a few weird incompatibilities with it, so it's not 100% straightforward yet, and it is a bit of an afterthought. It doesn't really feel native, if you know what I'm saying. It doesn't feel like the Titan Plus V6 combo were intended for this sort of a setup. Plus, I hear the YouTube comments already. Hey, why not just buy a MK10 or MK8 extruder? It's the same thing, right? It's, you know, it's got the hold on, concentrate for a second. It's got the hot end and extruder integrated. It's got this aluminum block that just, you know, serves as a heatsink and the mount, and it's the same form factor, right? Yeah, it is. It is obviously very similar in form factor to that, and you could argue that even the cheap MK style extruders are a lot more nicely integrated and a lot more natively integrated. Of course, they don't perform that well. That the gears they're using are mostly just garbage, and they don't have the extruder gears, drive gears, and they don't have a mechanical gear down on them. So yeah, they are not quite as nice, but in concept they are the same thing. Cool. This one is not gripping. Yeah, and that's what I'm saying. The Arrow is not 100% compatible to Titan Plus V6. If Titan Plus V6 fits on your system, Arrow might not. It's not, you know, you have to check for clearance, because it does require a few more spots around the extruder to be like not used by mounting brackets or other stuff yet. Okay, so we've got the hot end fan directly wired to 12 volts. Let's see if we turn this thing on, it should actually start turning. Hoping. And it's not turning. That's not good. Well then, what did we wire up here? Oh, okay. I see. I see these weren't gripping right. Touchy touchy? Ah, now it turns. Okay. So these wires down here unfortunately came out. Does anyone remember how these were screwed in on the original ATOM? Do you still have the manual? I could look it up. I could look it up actually, yeah. That sounds like a great idea. I'm just realizing that my tea is getting cold. I should breathe in. I should drink it and not breathe it. Wow. Okay, building the ATOM 2.0. Funbee Studios. That's not the official guide. Wait, so if I show you the screen cap, yeah, it is actually showing the screen cap. That's cool. Yeah, and optical end stops. I think the upgrade kit does come with those. They are saying it is that they are more reliable. They are better. I wouldn't exactly agree with that, but yeah. 2.0 dual extrusion upgrade kit. No. Video tutorial. I just want the regular maintenance. Oh, come on. Catalog? That's not what I want. Okay, let's just freestyle it, I guess. Did I hear about Print Me 3D going out of business? No. What were they making? Who were they? Are they like a 3D selfie company? That's what they sound like. No wonder those were going out of business. $12 24-volt aux for the fans. Ooh. Where does that come out? Ah! Go away. Aux. This is powered off, right? There's a plus minus, but I don't know if this is 12 volt. This says 5 VM. Okay. So I'm guessing these two are actually 12 volts. Let's see if they are. But then I can just crimp them on there. That would be very clean actually. So VM. Let's not short this out. That's 12 volts. Okay, let's just crimp a connector on this and get it over with. Get it done properly while we can. We got the time. The only problem is that these wires are a bit short, and like solid core wire does not crimp well. Let's see if we can still crimp these on. I don't think we should, but well, don't have much of a choice. I guess if we double crimp them and like get them really tight, then it should hold up too. Conversion videos. They were a 3D printer seller in London, sold printers, filaments, so that they were a retail store essentially. Yeah, in the times of online business, retail stores or physical retail stores are quite a daring proposition, I think. So, for those, let me check how many of you are there. That's the wrong browser tab. Here we go. For those 104 of you watching right now, what is the content you would like to see on the main channel? What sort of stuff would you like me to do more and maybe less of? I mean, I am keeping an eye on just the view counts and the positive, negative, thumbs up, thumbs down things a lot, and like every thumbs down hurts. But yeah, just even if it's not reflected by, oh, I crimped that one wrong. Even if it's not reflected by the actual view counts and stuff, what is the stuff you personally would like to see? And I will point out, I do have a list of about, I don't know, it's probably around 300 video ideas by now. It's just living in Trello, and every now and then I go in and pick one. And yeah. More of the same. And well, more of the same, I guess more of the same is always going to work, but that's going to get boring pretty soon. For me, at least. And I'm doing this because I love doing it, and I would hate for that to change. More sausages, more builds. Yes, the hang printer build is coming. Oh yeah, chat lag is real. Build tag restoration. Yeah, if it was build tag, then sure, but it wasn't build tag. It was PEI. Published it yesterday, right? Yeah. It feels like a lot longer ago. And it feels like I have to right now start working on something new. More technical background stuff. Hang printer. Yes, the hang printer is coming. Probably next month. How do you cook on the 3D printer build plate? Okay, noted. Designing a printer, yes, definitely. Though that will need to be, if you caught like the really superficial, yeah, we're gonna make a fidget spinner video in one evening thing. I did an on-shape. That, as I kept pointing out, that was like a Woo. Did I just wreck my glasses? I hope not. That was a trail run for a longer thing. I'm planning, just, you know, designing a 3D printer in a single day. The same thing as an extended version, basically. And I do want to do that. I just don't know how well I'm going to be able to do that. What is this? Gray wires. Because designing a 3D printer it's a lot of work. Just don't underestimate it. Yeah. Oh, I didn't. Why did I not tighten this down? What the? What the hell? Ah, yeah. I was planning on shoving the wires back in there. A learning series on CAD would also work well. Yeah. CAD is... I've been saying that for a while now. CAD, I think, is the next big frontier, because like the machines are really good at this point. Pretty much all of the 3D printers you can buy, except for maybe a few really shitty ones, but pretty much all of them you can unbox, you set up your slicer, and you throw any file at it, and it prints it well. The challenge is going to be making use of the 3D printers people have, and if they don't see like a way of using the machines they bought effectively and for a real use case, then people are just going to stop caring about it, and that would suck. So yeah, teaching people CAD and allowing them to make things themselves or create things themselves, that's going to be a big thing. Type K thermocouple, yes, I have a... But I have PT100s. I don't think I have a thermocouple, but yeah, that's also planned. Okay, which is which? I don't know. I'm just going to plug these in some way. Now, last mystery. What are these gray wires right here? How to design a 3D printer. Yeah, I guess the one-day build stream would cover that as well. Different extruder options for paste, etc. Yes. It's coming. Ah, this is the... Okay. Last end stop. This is... Wait a second. Z minimum. Yeah, last micro switch. Because I mean, what I don't want the channel to become is another, hey, I printed this, let's talk about it for 10 minutes thing. That's something that people will watch. I guarantee it. People will watch that a lot. Just I've posted this on Twitter recently. If you look at the view numbers between the Ultimaker 3 review and the Furry Lion, I printed this, hey, look at it. Thing, it's like it's a 4-to-1 ratio basically. 4 times as many people have seen the Furry Lion video, but it also only took a fourth of the time. So that is a if you look at the ratios there, that's like 16 times less. How do I call this? 1/16 of the benefit per fixed amount of work. So that's what brings in the views. I don't think those sort of videos are valuable at all. So are these the wrong way around? Maybe they are. Let's reinitialize. Slicer shootout. Yes, stay tuned on Twitter too. I do have a few questions for people using the different slices, just to give me a feel for why all these different options exist in the first place. But I'm a techie. Yes, I am an engineer, but I am also someone who needs to sort of make a living off of YouTube videos. So You know, view time directly translates into revenue. But for me, it doesn't directly translate into, you know, feeling good about making videos in the first place. I should make a few more fidget spinners too. What's up with this LCD? I might just have to reflash the firmware because this doesn't look... This does not look fantastic right now. Let's actually try that. I printed this, yeah, so what I want to do and what I'm actually talking to Atom 3D about is actually having projects, like in-depth, maybe not super in-depth, but not just having, hey, I downloaded this model and printed it, sort of videos with them, sponsored by them on the Atom 2.5, but more of like, hey, okay, so let's design this thing together, let's, you know, figure out how this stuff works, and then print it and assemble it and make it work, and maybe show that process more than just, yeah, here, file, print it, done. I might have tried to use the board for something else. I need a USB port. Yeah, so that's something that's probably going to be coming in the next few months. And that's something that I do feel good about. I'm losing my shoe. One video on designing stuff in Onshape and then another on printing it and showing it. Yeah. Where's the Halloween series going? Yes, I think I've touched on that. Did I just change something? No. I think I've touched on that in a few various spots. So Halloween is on hold right now. Shit, I hope I can find the Atom's firmware. Halloween is on hold right now because I'm not quite happy with where the series was at. I felt like it did not show the properties of the filaments in an adequate fashion. So it didn't show like robustness properly. It showed like ultimate yield strength, yes, to a certain extent, but it didn't like show like impact resistance and toughness as well, because like PETG, stuff I'm printing right now, is has a high strength, but it's also very brittle. It also breaks in a very brittle fashion. Versus nylon, which has similar strength numbers in the tests that I did, but it's just, you know, you can throw this stuff against the wall, you can throw this stuff off a skyscraper, and it's not going to break, it's just not going to shatter. So, yeah, that I'm hoping I'm going to integrate into the season 2 of Halloween. That's going to be coming up soon-ish. Right, 2.5, 2.0 firmware download, upload firmware with Arduino 1.0.6. Well, I'm hoping I'm going to be able to upload this with Arduino something as well. The most useful 3D prints I did and designed to counteract all the useless videos from people. Super Chat and Nightbot is missing on this channel. Yes, Nightbot is missing on this channel because I don't think we're gonna have an issue with chat. And Super Chat is missing because I kind of looked into it, and YouTube is keeping 30% of that. Which I was like, eh. So, Simone actually told me about this recently. He was like, yeah, maybe look into that. Because he was seeing quite a large discrepancy because of what people were actually putting in and how much he got as a payout. And yeah, I don't know, like 70%, I might turn it off on the other channel as well, because like every other tip service is pretty much one-to-one. StreamTip is doing like, is taking nothing. It's only PayPal fees, which is 35 cents plus 2 point something percent, which is okay. But YouTube is straight up taking 30% of every StreamTip. It's saying, yeah, here you can, actually, if you look into it, StreamTip, Super Chat does nowhere have a wording that would indicate that you are paying anything to the video creator at all. They could just as well be taking 100% and not have to change anything on their sites. Nowhere does it say that you are giving money to the streamers. So, yeah. So, I don't know. Okay, what the hell is this? Multiple libraries fund for liquid crystal. And file included from SD file card reader. So do I really have to? This is Arduino 1.8.1 from the Windows Store, because it gets auto updated and stuff. Do I really have to use Arduino 1.06? Come on. I am not changing the firmware yet. I'm just re-uploading the firmware to the board, because the LCD, as you might be able to see, nope, there is something wrong with that. There's definitely something wrong with that. So right now I'm trying to set this up, or just re-upload it freshly to have it screen cap. There we go. Yeah, to have it upload, hopefully. I am not changing the firmware from Smoothie to Marlin. Obviously, that requires a new board, which we already swapped out. Let's see, Mega Making. Yes, there is a Windows Store version of Arduino. It is in the Windows Store. You can download it and use it from the Windows Store. And I'm just using that because it gets auto-updated. You don't have to worry about like downloading new Arduino versions. But the thing is, you are going to have the most recent version. It works just like the regular downloaded one, but it auto-updates. So, yeah. Let's catch up on chat. Jonathan Knish is saying it would be fun to create a new 3D printer as a whole community Prusa style, maybe, so anyone could create a part and you choose the best or something. Yes, that's the idea with the one-day 3D printer design. Because of Onshape and yeah, because of Onshape. That's the idea. Onshape makes it sort of really easy. I think Fusion 360 would allow that as well. But it makes it really easy to share stuff and to have, people contribute and to suggest files. It's sort of like GitHub. People can suggest new parts and you can import them and use them from others. So yeah, that's one of the core ideas, and I would really enjoy that. Maybe have like one official version, but if people want to spend their Sunday designing like individual parts, sure, why not? People should be able to access the design files in real time and get updates as I make them and as I pull in new files, and that should be really nice. what printer would I recommend for people that want to mod a lot on their machine? Probably one of the cheaper Chinese ones, maybe an ANET A8 or even the Black Widow or Tivo Torrential or something like that, because those are printers that you will need to mod. That's actually the reason why I've refrained from reviewing them. One of the reasons, because you do have to do so much to the machines to get them to a state where they are even usable. And I'm not quite happy with that, because you do have to... Well, let's see what pops. Marlin. I'm looking for Arduino. Because you do have to make so many changes to the machine to get them working, and at that point it's not really the ANET A8 anymore. It's not really the Tivo Black Widow or Tivo Tarantula anymore. It's your interpretation of the machine. So what did I just close? Yeah, whatever. It's your interpretation of that very machine. So I can't really judge the printer. I can't review the printer based on what sort of mods you're making, and based on what sort of mods I'm making even. It's like, yeah, out of the box it's a piece of shit. And I will clearly say that Black Widow that's sitting in the corner there, yeah, out of the box it's a piece of shit. But people are modding it to be a great printer. So yeah, that's obviously not something I can reflect in a review. And saying, yeah, I changed half of the machine and now it's a great thing. It's a good thing. That's not something I can consider in a review of a manufacturer's machine. Let's see, screen cap. Does this compile? The Cerberus Reborns. The Cerberus Reborns files are still nowhere to be found online yet. That Big Delta. Come on. Well, that's easy. The Big Delta that I designed myself. Yeah. It's probably not a Delta that you should be building in the first place. It's not really. It's not good yet. It's not at the point where I think you should be. You should be building one. I sort of do want to make changes down the road to it and make it into a good printer, but that would have to be a pretty big redesign. You know, going from the files that we have right now. I like this machine. I like the platform. It has potential, but it still needs work, and I'm not happy publishing it in this state. And if you want to build a Delta like that, like this guy, build, I don't know, Ritrap's 3DR Mega or whatever it is. Build one of those, or build any other Delta, but don't build this one yet. Yeah, and as Chad keeps pointing out, yeah, again we have a 30-second delay, so as I'm reading what you guys are typing, you guys are still hearing me talk about the Cerberus Reborn. Yeah, it's just one of the things with the cheap printers. Yes, you can mod them a lot. There are, you know, behind most 3D printers there are very active communities that will make the printers work, that will have them printing really well in the end. But you have to put the modding work in, you have to put the time in, you have to put the resources in modifying it to be the printer you want it to be. And yeah, that's that. If you want to do that, go for it. Fine, I don't have a problem with that. But I do have a problem with like people trying to make, or trying to sell printers as something they are not yet, but as whatever they can be if you put, you know what I mean. Right, Monoprice Mini, I've been hearing a lot of good things about that one. Cool, done compiling. Yes, so this works. This is done compiling, this works. So let's see, tool serial port com10 and upload that guy. Did Olo ship? I don't think Olo shipped. I don't think they shipped. I don't think the design was that great. So best board for first time wrapping without safety issues of the Ram's bed power headers. Any board that is brand name, any brand name board you can get from a decent manufacturer, basically. Because whichever board you grab and get from a Far East cheaper cloner, they will replace the components and replace them with cheaper ones that are not up to par. So just get one from a trusted source and you should be fine. This is icy cold tea. Disgusting. Okay, this guy is uploading supposedly. Do we have the blinkies? Yes, we have the blinkies. Let's enable that. Nope. Let's enable that. Done uploading. Let's reset. That is very interesting. So it was not the firmware. What is that pale yellow shining 2 kilogram spool of filament behind me? These guys? These guys? No. That's not pale white, that's just regular old clear. The pale white shiny, this guy, I suppose? Or this guy? This is a Prima Select PLA, which is, I think, an impact modified PLA type. Prima Select by 3D Prima, satin white, and this is Prima Select polycarbonate. I'm guessing that's the only shiny off-white one. Let's see, done uploading. So, guys, experts in chat, I need your help. What is this? I've not had this yet. I've got a feeling I just plugged in something wrong. The LCD is working. Do I have anything like switched around? Yellow. What yellow? Pale yellow. I had the right one first. Yeah, chat delay is really annoying. A good quality ramps is okay, yes, if you can get one, which you probably can't. Check the ribbons. Did I flip the cable? I don't think so. Two kilogram filament spool, so right off cam. Yeah, so let's just catch up on this. So these are dust filament PLAs. These are just 1.75 and 3mm or 2.85mm PLA from dust filament. And I've been using them for investment casting prints. Because this stuff, first of all, it prints great, it's cheap, it's like less than 20 bucks per kilogram, and it burns out very cleanly. And it's just pure nature works on big ass spools. So yeah, that's those. Okay, LCD cables are the wrong way around, so I did swap them out. Let's see, there. Nope, still can't see anything. So I did swap out these cables are the wrong way around. So these are keyed. These do have the key on here, so you physically can't insert them the wrong way around. This here, this there, reset. And we're not getting anything. So I'm thinking this is the wrong way around now. I'm thinking these are the correct headers. They should be. That looks good. And if we reset, nope. Maybe lose or switch more than one cable. Yeah. The MKS port has the connectors backwards, but it was working. Config is default. The config is for this exact setup. The config is for this exact LCD and board, etc. To connect the loose on the back of the display, can I get to that? I can. This is, I can actually reach down here and sort of give it the good old wiggle, and this is firmly inserted. Reset. Nope, still. Headers are flipped, but I had it working exactly like this. What the hell is going on? So that's the SD one. Don't need that one. This should be the LCD. Yeah. But if you flip them, I mean, so it's flipped right now. Nope, that was not it. Try another LCD. I don't have another. Come on. How is this even mounted? Oh gosh, I physically can't remove it because it is that see these three layers of frame here, these top ones and this bottom ones. This is screwed to the bottom of this aluminum profile, so right in here. And I would have to take down this bottom bracket first, which houses the bigger power supply, etc. And then I could remove the cover right here and get to the cables. So I know the headers on the board are correct. I know they are. I did have this working perfectly before I took out the MKS based board, the 8-bit board, and put in the smoothie. I had it working perfectly. No, it is not. Yes, these are all the same components that were in there before. The problem is I do need this LCD working. Let's see what sort of LCDs I still have. I have graphical ones, I have the bigger ones, but I don't think I have a smaller one like that, except from maybe a Prusa. Except from maybe a Prusa. So let's try that, I guess. Managed to make Prusa Mark II modeling with regular inductive sensors. I don't know. Are Trinamics able to supply enough amps for 2.5 amp NEMA 17s? You don't need to run stepper drivers at their full current. Most people do not run stepper motors at the full rated current. If you have a 2.5 amp stepper motor. The only thing that means is that at 2.5 amps it will rise to 125 degrees on the motor itself. That is its maximum rated current. They will work at lower currents just as well. They will produce less torque, obviously, but from a functional standpoint, just the same. So Trinamics are relatively low current drivers, but they produce a ton of torque at that current. And yeah, that means that they will keep the stepper motors cool even. So I am hoping that these are the exact same connectors. Should be. Just remove the key. I just flipped one around. So that's not it. Extensions 1, 2. I'm thinking this is 1. I'm just trying to check the LCD right now, because I know the board on this Mark II is configured properly for this type of LCD. So let's see. Power out there. Poor Mark II. Well, it can take it. If anything, it's going to harm the LCD and not Mark II. Maybe not plug in things live. Or with stuff being powered up, but so yeah, creative problem solving. So just switch those around, I think. Or did I? Of course, I can't really keep an eye on chat right now. Wish I could. So the Rambo Mini on the in the Mark II does not have a key around its connectors, so you can plug them in either way, but it does have a it does have the key printed on the board, so you should know which way to plug them in. Let's try it the other way around. This could fry the LCD, couldn't it? Ah! Here we go. Wait, what? Did we just hard reset the the Prusa? What? So this LCD is working, as you can clearly see. This is the Mark II running, but it's at full reset apparently. Just see, move axis, move Z. Yep. So that's working. So the LCD is not the culprit. Yeah, not the other way around. The problem, well, I guess I could also plug in the LCD in the ATOM, but I don't want to damage the LCD on the Prusa, because I need this printer. So yeah, the LCD is not the issue. That is so weird. So somebody was suggesting it would suck if this board was fried. I'm hoping it's not. Someone was suggesting that these stepper drivers might be the issue. Let's just pull all these out and let's grab some pliers for that. Zoom range. Wow. As I'm almost breaking the lens off of the camera. Okay, that's not where I wanted to focus, but it's at least something's in focus. Okay, stepper drivers are out. The firmware was freshly compiled. I did have the stock firmware on the board before. Did have the default Marlin that came with the printer basically on the board, and I know that was working. So yeah, I'm thinking that should be okay. And then obviously I recompiled it and it still did the same thing. Low glow is still the same issue, no stepper drivers. Could it be some other thing that's plugged in? Could it be thermistors? Could it be end stops? Could it be one of those? Let's just pull those out while we can. Well, I don't think end stops should do anything. Spare cables. The cables work. The cables work. Firmware config. The firmware config is correct. It's first of all the firmware we used before had the same config, and I know that one was working before changing anything. Then I recompiled it, and it still did the same thing. It is the same. Yeah, it's the same configuration, it's the same firmware. So people are saying end stops. Let's pull those out as well then. Oh yeah, old graphics. Whoa. So end stops are out. Nope. I just connected all of this. There's nothing else to remove. Like stepper outputs, they don't do anything. Power outputs, they don't do anything either. And this power connector doesn't do anything either. 0.96 inch screens, yeah, the small OLEDs, those are cute. Something shorted, yeah. If we try a different board, let's see what other boards we can borrow. That's a Rams. This thing is, that's an MKS Gen V 1.4. It's got a shit ton of cables attached. We might be able to borrow that one. Can we? Yes, I can actually unscrew that. Cool. Let's do that then. I'm not using that printer anyways. If you know which one I mean. I mean, at least we can double check if the firmware runs at all. By the way, I'm down here. So that's loose. Okay, disconnect, disconnect, disconnect. I don't see myself doing anything else with this particular machine. Anyway, so why not salvage what I can? So, spare MKS Gen 1.4. Let's take off everything we can as well. So, right, firmware. And yeah, we did talk about why reviewing that sort of machine is hard. And, you know, the problem is, whatever I do with that printer, it's not going to end well. Whatever sort of review I make, whether it's positive, negative, whatever, it's not going to end well. So I've had it for half a year, and I just don't feel like doing any sort of review or other stuff, other sort of content with it. So yeah, if it's not happening this long, it's not going to happen down the road. Yeah, printer is starting to be useful. I've actually already used a few parts in the Prusa clone, motor wires and such. Did I order parts for the hang printer yet? I think I actually have most of the parts for the hang printer. Let's see, what do we need? We need a few stepper motors. Yeah. HP webcam stepper motors. Got him. And I think that's plenty. We need hot ends. There's a box somewhere over there that says E3D, which is just all the E3D hot ends. So got that. We need an extruder. Yeah, got him. A board? I don't know. Replicate? MK's Gen? Rambos? Rams? Got him. A fishing line, yes. That's like a 2-day order from eBay. Printed parts. Bluetooth board maybe? Yeah, but that's pretty much it. I think I have everything I need. So yeah, yes, I am probably going to build that thing. Let's see. And yes, these are the other way around as on this MKS. I can see that this has the keys towards the outside and this has the keys towards the inside. So I think I should flip this. Dual Titan. Oh, that's going to be challenging to calibrate. They have the fishing line. Yeah, like I said, that's going to be a very quick eBay order. Fishing line is just really simple to order. Plus the hooks, that might be a specialty thing to source, but it's not impossible. It's like a really quick order. And plus I don't, in that case, I don't have to use like these super cheap components as I did with the Mark II clone from China and wait for those to arrive. So really, that's a much easier printer to build than the Mark II, for me at least. Oh, wow. Let's maybe try it the other way around. Nope. It seems to flicker in the same rhythm as the green LED here. This does not look right. Let's see, this one, this way around. Yeah, this one the other way around. That's the exact same orientation I had it on the, did I? No, the other way around. Now it is the same orientation that I had it on the MKS, on the ATOM's MKS. But this one doesn't have power. This one just has a very long USB cord to it, so it doesn't really get any consistent power. Let's grab a USB battery. It might also just be a power issue. So, good old anchor batteries right there. Nope. Well, it's at least it's not flickering. At least it's not that bad. Different USB cord, maybe. Maybe a shorter one, or one of the good Chinese blue ones. These are actually, most of the time these are actually pretty decent. And you get them as freebies with the Arduinos and stuff. Or freebies. No, well, it's usually like 10 or 15 cents extra. Yeah, that's more consistent, but nope. Turn the lift, so turn one around? I don't think this is going to end well. Whatever you guys say. It's not a software issue. It cannot be a software issue. It sure looks like it, but it cannot be. Let's just flash the... these guys should be pin compatible, right? Let's just flash the Prusa firmware on here. Because the anything that has the Arduino Mega on it is pretty much a RAMS clone, as far as I know. So, firmware updater. Okay, we actually need to plug it into a computer, or the computer. Come on. You're seeing it, right? Port, COM11, yes. Are you seriously not seeing it? Let's do Cura then. Bo Hermansen, we had the same issue with the... Oh, the camera is starting to give up. That's cool. We did have the same issue with the stock firmware. I don't know why this is happening. Chinese capture cards. Machine install custom firmware. Why are all of these not showing up? COM11. Okay, I guess not then. Where did I get the replica Mark 42 heat bed? Should I show it again? I have one, you don't. Haha. There is a URL on it, 3dvitamins.eu, but that one doesn't give you anything yet. That is a prototype from a German future shop manufacturer thing. Not for sale yet, but soon, hopefully. What the hell? What other... Why can't I... Do I have any configured firmware for this? Can we compile Prusa Marlin from source? Why is it not showing up in the... Why can I not upload to this board? Close the Arduino software. Ah, good point. Good point. Still not finding it. I did have success flashing. Let's switch back here. I did have success flashing other firmwares. I think it was the Sigma's firmware with the Prusa flasher. So I don't think it actually detects which sort of board is connected. But why are you not showing up? Stand them all in. Yes, we would have to configure that for the LCD. We could do that real quick. Do you have MKS drivers for Windows installed? Hold on, what is this? This is an FTDI chip. At least it says so. Unplug the display. Yeah, I did that just now. Nope. Did I try to do it Wi-Fi yet? Start as admin. What? That's not going to change anything. Thinking. Nope. Do you have the drivers installed? Well... where is this? Common LTP. This is the board. This is it. FTDI. This is working, so it's not a driver thing. The board plugged in the anchor. No, it wouldn't be seeing the COM port. Okay, so with this one we can't up. Can we at least see it with the board in here? That's the drivers. So now we're plugged into the board in the ATOM. And this also doesn't show up. Come on! Oh, why you no work? Unplug display, yes, display is unplugged. Okay, I am at a loss. I really don't know what else to try. It's working, so let's recap. That usually helps with figuring this sort of stuff out. The LCD in here does, by USB, the LCD in here does work with the board in the Prusa. It works when you plug it into the Prusa. It does not work with either of the MKS, either the one that actually says MKS or the MKS style board from ATOM. But it was working with this exact board and this exact firmware before. This is weird. What did the serial monitor doesn't, the firmware is running on here. The weird thing is that it's doing it on both boards. I guess really the last thing we could cross-check. Use the USB cord? That's unfortunately too short to reach into USB hubs, etc. The last thing we could try is to use the LCD from the Prusa on one of these boards. I guess we could use both the... Well, we could use both this guy, because this is doing the exact same thing. So that's this way around, I suppose. Third ribbon cable? There are only two. Or are there? Does it need the third ribbon? Okay, well, that's a good point, actually. Doesn't need the third ribbon cable. What the hell is the third ribbon cable? One, two, three. Where does it go? Okay, that might be the culprit, because that is the only other thing that's coming out of the board that is not connected and not doing anything. But where does it go? If we had the, do I still have the official Atom build manual? If it's somewhere down here. But I think I already threw it out. Paperwork is not something I'm keen on keeping, because I prefer PDFs, but unfortunately when the page goes down and says under maintenance, then you can't get at the PDF either. That's the wrong manufacturer. Nope, so the physical manual is gone. Does anyone have a link to the Atom build guide, to the Atom 2.5 build guide? I do remember something being weird about this LCD, yeah. We had used the Atom, but by the way, this board plus this LCD is working. It's something. I downloaded the PDF. No, that's the wrong PDF. That is like the catalog they had. Let's see how good my Google Fu is. So we're saying Atom 3D P 2.0 build manual. Upgrade kits. PDF. That changed nothing. Atom 3D YouTube. Atom 3D printer. Encoder of the knob. No, the knob was actually working. Ooh, issue. Cool. We have a link. We actually have a year ago. Wing doors. Assembly extruders. Slide rails. LCD display module. Let's see if that actually contains any information on it. Board? Screws? Are we plugging stuff in yet? No, we are not. Nope. I did not want to copy that. Oh, I don't have any mod set up here. Wow. That's interesting. Issue.com manual web. Let's see, never trust the short URL. Here we go. Screen cap. ATOM 2.0 assembly manual. Yay, that looks just like it's printed. So, can we click through this? No, we cannot. Oh, we can scroll through this. Yay. You know what? Let's do that, and let's do, come on. What names do I know? I know this guy. Who else? I also know this guy. Right, did the tip arrive? I closed the stream tip window, I'm sorry. I will have to look that up. Flashing firmware, cool. Wiring stuff up, so this does not include the LCD yet. Does it? EXP1, EXP2, and EXP3 is not. The problem is this is sort of the wrong language for me, but let's just hope. Ah, LCD 3, there we go. Images are always great. So, front. This is just, oh yeah, it's, that even makes sense. That makes so much sense. Because we have a connector right here that just plugs into the other connector. It is even correctly keyed for it, so yeah. Let's see if that helps. I think it might. This guy doesn't have that connector, by the way, the other MKS. It does have an aux 2 right there, yeah. EXP1, EXP2, and then the aux ports, but this one has, ooh, something's blinking. This one even has that specific connector, so let's see if that does the trick. Reset the board, and yeah, here we go. Here we go. It really was that third connector. Let's see, there we go. Min temp, obviously, yeah, it really was that third connector. I don't know why I've not had LCDs with that third connector in the, like in the wild yet. Yeah, I have two connector and single connector ones, but triple connector, I don't know. Well, weird boards. So, what does the third line even do? I don't know, to be honest. It's probably one of the character lines or something just routed weirdly. But if it works, if it plugs in, that's fine. But the thing is, we had the... What I still don't understand is why was this LCD working without this third line on the Mark II? That does not make sense to me. With the Mark II, it didn't need the third line. Yeah. Okay, now reinsert all these stepper drivers. Yes, that is what we're going to do. But only after unplugging, physically unplugging power from the board. Because stepper drivers like to fry really easily if you disconnect or reconnect. Their motor load while stuff is powered up. What was the third cable for? I have no idea. I do not understand what it is for. But sometimes weird decisions are made. and 1 and 2, so this goes in like that. Weird decisions get made by the manufacturers, so yeah, not gonna worry about it too much. But it's another lesson learned. Always check all the cables before you start debugging stuff. So let's go ahead and figure out what all these connectors were again. So this was the X positive. Right there. This was thermistor number 0. So the hot end. Yeah, that's this great Captain assembly right here. Yeah. Not a fan of that, but that's my fault. Gray, that's the end stop Z negative. And all of these go to signal and ground because the Arduino does have a pull up, a software configurable pull up integrated, but it does not have a pull down. So the switch just has a negative on one end. When it closes, it pulls down the pin on the Arduino, or it stops pulling down the pin on the Arduino, and that gets detected. So you really only need those two wires, those two pins on a mechanical end stop. It doesn't need power. It does not need a power supply. So yeah, 2 pins plus the pull up from the Arduino on one of those pins is really all you need for that one end stop. Y negative. 2. My phone keeps buzzing. There's 1, 2. This is supposedly the last end stop on the, well, what this board calls its X motor. Yeah, wider board on the Atom. Yeah, that will be the Atom firmware then. Chinese text, maybe. Low and high speed, low high speed. The thing is, the Atom, when it comes to speed and stuff, I don't know if it's a configuration thing, but it's been the first time I've really noticed how much resources just all the delta calculations eat up. Because when this machine is running and printing and doing its delta things, like moving around, just regular moves, the LCD becomes barely usable at all. I don't have a reference if that is caused by what you guys are saying is 8-bit versus or fast or slow mode. But this is it's really extreme on this very machine. I think we have everything plugged in. I think so. We got thermistors, end stops, 4. We got motors, motor drivers, cables, heaters. Let's plug it in and or let's power it up and see if it still works. What is so bad about the Chinese RAMs port? They use Mintemp. They use components that are not made for this sort of currents you're seeing. So the gray one, is that the thermistor? Can we even see that? I don't know. Yeah, and the RAMs ones are, the RAMs I'm using on the Prusa, I'm waiting for the day that thing just burns down. And it's gonna happen. I bet you it is going to happen. It is just really cheap hardware. It is really low quality MOSFETs. People are saying, yeah, just, put a heatsink on it. No, just use a good component. It's not that expensive. Yeah, power delivery. That's the issue with those. So was gray the end stop or the thermistor? Let's find out. Well, that didn't improve. But we do have a multimeter. Let's give that a quick measure. .05 ohms. That sounds like a closed end stop. That's an end stop, and this should be a thermistor then. 116, okay. So heated bed has its temp, and I'm guessing this just goes into the other thermistor input then? Ah, here we go. This thing is too tall, but I guess you can sort of see 3 thermistor inputs, 1, 2, 3. The first one on this side is the hot end, the center one is the heated bed, and the last one is not used. That's going to be, we're not going to be using a second hot end yet. Okay, that should have everything hooked up. Min temp, yeah, let's reset this. Card removed, prepare auto home. I don't think I want to do that right now. Oh, let's give you a view of that. Here we go. Auto level, auto home, preheat, load, cooldown. So let's just try preheat 200. So the SSR has triggered. This is a DC-DC SSR, so this is literally just switching the, turn around, this guy back here. You could just use a MOSFET board as well. They're just using an SSR because that was the first thing that they had. Yeah, SSR, literally just switching the 12 volt to heated bed, which is working. It's slowly heating up, slowly but surely. And it does have that reassuring, as does the entire printer, it does have this reassuring 230 volt buzz to it. Actually, let's give this a quick measure while we can. Whoops, that was ones. So our German power outlets are too short to actually reach into frame. Our German power outlets have look like this essentially. 2 plugs in the center is where you get neutral and live phase, and these golden pins on the edge there. Boom. These golden pins on the edge here, gold-plated ones. These are a protective earth, and these 2 ones are where you get live from. So if you measure from one of these tabs to the printer frame, we should see how much of an insulation issue we have. I don't think I want to see this, so I'm gonna let you guys check it out. Reflections, that should be good. So one side goes to, let's actually switch this guy over to AC. What is this? Range? No. AC. So one side is in the ground pin over here in the outlet, And the other just goes to the frame, and we are getting, yeah, about 105 volt AC. So there is a capacitive coupling to the frame somewhere, which is quite juicy. Quite juicy, so yeah. 105 volt. If we actually get a electrical connection going, is this going to fry anything? It's probably not going to, because again, if it's only 105 volts, it is a capacitive coupling, so or resistive with a low resistor or something, or high resistance in that case. So it's probably not going to be an issue, but yeah, you get that buzz, which is the same thing you feel on MacBooks, by the way. MacBooks have that exact same phenomenon because of their of the way their power supplies are made. You can all, you know, when you plug them in, you feel that you know, that buzz on the frame. I do not believe that this is an actual safety issue. We can try it out. So Protective Earth is called Protective Earth for a reason, because it is protected with the FI switch, which means that there is too large of a current. Okay, I just turned it off. If there is too large of a current running through the Protective Earth phase, then that switch triggers and turns off the entire household, and just kills everything. So I'm gonna go into 10 amp measuring mode on the multimeter here, and I'm just gonna short the frame. So this is these two are essentially shorted out right now with the 10 amp measuring range. I'm going to short out Protective Earth to the printer frame, and if the let me get the phone flashlight ready. If the stream goes dark right now, if it just goes completely black, if we lose power to everything, then you'll know that we do have an issue here, that there could be very much of a current. If that is the case, I shouldn't be working on this printer anyways, because if you have actual live power on here, yeah, not the greatest thing. So yeah, if the stream goes dark right now, if it just stops, it's a good point to stop. If not, let's keep going. So we're in Protective Earth on one side. Let's move this guy over a tiny bit so you get a better view. Protective Earth right there, one side. Printer frame on the other. Let's go. Let's do it up here. 3, 2, 1, go. No issue. No current. Well, it's DC. Let's switch it over to AC and see if there's... Okay, so it's saying there is around 8 milliamps in the 10 amp measuring range. It's actually quite a bit, but it's also saying that if we don't have anything connected, well, 4-ish, just go capacitive to my finger, it's probably going to go up. Nope. Oh, let's see, there is 1. Okay, so that was just some stray measurement error. Let's say milliamps. Milliamps AC. So right now it's hovering, hoping it's not too reflective. It is too reflective. Can you read that? Probably. Right now it's saying 8, what is this? 0.0, so 6 microamps. We're 5, and if you connect this, yeah, we're getting 30, 40, 50, 60 microamps, 75, 80 microamps. That's 85 microamps. Is that dangerous? I don't think so. 86 microamps. Somebody's going to look that up and tell me how much current it takes to to do damage. No earth on frame? Apparently not. I don't remember hooking it up. Audio is a bit offset. Okay. I'm not going to blame the machine for that. Okay. But let's get this guy back together. I should have played an ad at that exact moment and just went like, yep. Don't lose the spacers. Okay, so this guy goes on. It does have an orientation, I think. Yes, it does. This guy goes on like that because it does have a longish slot back here where the wires come out. I think that needs to... Shit, it's hot. That needs to go exactly in a symmetrical position, I believe. Maybe, maybe not. Maybe it doesn't matter. Well, okay, it does because it also has these flaps. And while it probably does make a difference from a functional perspective, it's just nice to have them symmetrical and have them stay that way. Enough to cause a heart attack? 25 milliamps. Heart attack lethal. Yeah, but we were seeing 85 microamps. So 0.086 milliamps. How much was this printer? 1,800 plus upgrades. Heated bed is an upgrade. Gripping, yes, it feels like it. Yeah, 20 to 30. It's interesting, that is 20 to 30 milliamps, that is exactly what lights up an LED, so... if you can light up an LED through your body, there's only one thing that's going to be glowing. Come on, line up. So these heated bed screws screw directly into like those spring-loaded T-slot nuts in the frame, and that obviously is a bit hard to line up right. I've been hitting the gym? No. But white t-shirts make a difference. Let me tell you that much. Though I have been on the bike quite regularly recently. I want to get across those Alps this summer. Trash can somewhere. Hello, Adrian Moore. You missed me messing around with the LCD for half an hour. I don't know if that was if you missed much there. But yeah, this guy now has. This is, by the way, this glass is it's painted on the back. It's not black glass. It's just a layer of paint. You missed me taking out the smoothie board from the ATOM 2.0 in preparation for the ATOM 2.5 dual extrusion, or 2.0 to 2.5 dual extrusion upgrade tomorrow. So this guy now has its original MKS based board back in and is working. And I don't know which one of these knobs printer came with. It might have been this one. It might also have been another one. What am I printing? Benchies. Hopefully clear, but this one is not really clear. Long distance touring, mountain biking, road biking, whatever the weather calls for. But for training, I mean, 1 or 2 hours of stuff, that's enough here. Plus we don't really have trails or mountains or anything that great. You can go on a few like hiking trails. You shouldn't, but you can. Those are fun. Other than that, we're pretty much in the flatlands here. Sort of. Maybe. Nah, not really, but we don't have mountains here. That's what I want to say. Cool. Screws. More screws. They were here. They still are here. Yeah, but plan for the summer is to get across the Alps and make it basically to Venice in one piece. Teaser for tomorrow shows the parts, but then I'd have to open up the package and I wouldn't be able to like cut it open on stream, on tomorrow's stream. I can't do that. Yeah, what keeps me going on the bike is like the memory of when I really rode my bike to school every single day. In the rain, in the snow, in the burning sun. It's like a half an hour, not even half an hour, like a 20-minute ride. Where I went to school back then. That was a few years ago now. But just every day getting on the bike in the morning and riding home at noon or in the evening. I was sweaty all day. Yeah, I smelled. I know, but I felt great back then. I remember I still had. I was a bit younger, obviously, but I have never been that fit, that agile, that fresh since I was on the bike every single day. That is, come on. Yep. That was an amazing time, and I'm sort of trying to get back into that shape. I mean, obviously that was like 7 or 8 kilometers. It was a nice ride in the morning and in the evening. Yeah, it's not too long. Just to get you woken up in the morning and to like keep that heart pumping. What car do I have? What does it matter? Why does it matter? Okay. This is all scratched up already. See this? Like, I don't know if it's scratches or just Mars from stuff rubbing against it. Okay, I don't know, should we print something? It feels like the right thing to do, but that's not the reason why I had this stream going. Do I have a profile set up? What's printing in the background? Jump to around 30 minutes into the stream. Jump back to around 30 minutes into the stream, and you will hear an explanation of what's going on. But just to recap, hopefully clear benchies that come out as clear as this Hexland part. So yeah, or these, which one was it? Were these clear gears? So yeah. Yes, print. But yeah, again, I am just gonna leave it running. This isn't supposed to be a highly polished stream. I'm just gonna leave the thing running and get out of here. Let's see. I need a print profile, so that's gonna be Cura, I think. I don't have a working setup for this thing right now, because I switched laptops and, you know, didn't really bring everything over to the new one since I used this guy last. ATOM 2.0 Canvas. What is Canvas? So did they? I don't know. Did they like upgrade the site or something? It says ATOM Canvas. That's still the that's still the old one. Support. Firmware and software. Firmware. Burner test files. Slicers. Cure 1546 for 2.5. 2.3x. Ooh. Ooh, they have Cura 2 profiles. Ooh. Simplify 3D. No, come on. Can we get these? Crap. Mail to support. Ah, crap. Okay. Well. Well then. Any start on the hang printer? Yes, I will be building one next month probably. Printer Marvin? Yeah, I don't have... Do we have... I don't have Simplify 3D installed. Okay, so unfortunately I don't think I have any usable print profiles. Unfortunately. That sucks. If anyone has download, yeah, feel free to post it and we might be able to start something. What time will the stream? Do you have the files, Mega Making? Can you email them to me? Any email address at toms3d.org is gonna work. Hangouts? Google the profile, that might not show up. Nothing on the SD card. Which SD card? There is no SD card in there. I have a pile of SD cards. I might have saved the files, but that's like half a year old. I have a pile of SD cards everywhere. But I don't even know which specific one was the one for the ATOM. We cannot post links. Yeah, only mods can post links. ATOM 2.0 profile Kira. Why do you have to? Why do you guys have to get the site down exactly at the point when... when I want to do stuff? Hold on, but GitHub is always up. GitHub is always up. So this Sebastian, who the hell is Sebastian? I do not know who you are. A port of ATOM's original Kira configuration to the new format. Okay. That sounds about right. Let's see. Program, files, Kira 2. Let's use 2.5. And we're going into resources, and that's where we just copy all the folders into. Oh, that ended up on the other screen. Let's see, this might work. This might work. Where is my downloads? There it is. Settings master. Is that in bin? No. Copy dist ATOM STL to resources meshes. Let's just do that real quick. ATOM JSON to machine. Yeah. That's definitions, typically. Yeah, continue. Okay. And theoretically, Kira 2.5.0 should start up with the ATOM as an option. Yeah, bit.ly URLs are dangerous, but let's see. Cura, you're on the wrong screen. Okay, let's switch you guys back to the screen cap. There we go. Pref settings, printer, add printer, custom, no other. Okay, so it might be the aka layer 1. Okay, so apparently something changed with the with the new Cura definitions, but the 2.3 should definitely work. I'm hoping. And let's actually stick with Cura 2.3 then. Definitions JSON and meshes 2.0 STL. Continue. Let's see. With 3.1, I don't know if that is even the most recent 2.3 version, but yeah, it's the exact version the files are made for supposedly. So yeah, have I tried rebuilding the Mendel 90? No, that is one of the reasons why this channel exists. I do want to stream rebuilding the Mendel 90. To that, I did do a lot of video work on it already, but it's not quite done yet. So yeah. Oh, that is a square build area. Yeah, the new Acuras do support round build areas. What are these? Are these like virtual? Yeah, like Cura 2.4, I think, and 2.5 have done a lot in like supporting individual cutouts and no-go areas, etc. So yeah, Chad, what should we print? Let me know. Energy Strike, yes, that is your profile. That is your exact profile we are using right now. What should we print, guys? It's your call. I'm gonna well, anything reasonable. I'm gonna print. Let's see if we get any suggestions in here. By the way, that LCD, that flat screen TV basically under the camera, that is epic. That really works well for chat. 30-second delay. Yeah, I'm gonna change that for next time. Yeah. Actually, while we're at it, let's try and clean this guy up. Little Spirals, Tree Dragon, Plumbus Gecko, Marvin. Dragon, fidget spinner. We're not printing a fidget spinner. I printed one, that should have been enough. An alien, frog. Part of your big Prussian on shape. A model of an atom. That would make sense. Plumbus? Another Plumbus? The Marvin. Why are we de-smoothiefying? Because we're upgrading to dual extrusion tomorrow, and that requires the original hardware. Make a vase. Make a vase. If I can find vase mode in Cura. Lion. Lion's a bit too challenging as a first print after hibernation. Batman Buddha. What is that thing? What is that thing number? Thingiver. Let's see. I'm hoping this is oh, gosh, why did I click that? I didn't want to click that. I just needed the URL. What? What? Why is this? Why is this not working? So thing, replace, enter. Whatever. Reloaded should work. No, it does not. Okay. Can't open up the URL. So, Dragon Vase 3 Benchy Low Poly Pikachu. Something low poly. Let's. I like the low poly Pikachu. Let's do that. Filament choice. Unfortunately, I only have this yellow filament. Filament choice, filament choice, filament choice. Let's see. Becam. We have only a little from the darker dust PLA. We have this lighter PLA that could work. Clefab extruder. What do we have in extruder filaments? Green Tech Green. We have PTG Neon Orange. Do we want to try PTG print as the very first thing? Let's check out what the print profiles look like. Resonance print. Nah, that's boring. Let's see. So custom material. This is set up for 260 1.75. Okay. Speed 60 120 makes sense. Print cooling. This is basically a PLA profile, I guess. The machine is working. Let's plug it in just to manifest that. Yes, it is working. So much filament and so little that I can actually print. Let's see. So PTG. Let's do a low poly. Let's just quickly set up a PTG profile. Let's do a low poly extruder MFPTG neon orange low poly Pikachu. What's this? This is Pearl BDP. Silver Green Tech, and I can't get to the last one, so. Woo! My tower of filaments is crumbling. There's this Torwell in green and in clear, and this stuff is blue. You know what? Let's blue. Green Tech. The choices. Choices are real. Let's check out this extruder stuff that we have here. Again, more material. Whoa! Wow! That is quite the color. That is. Yeah. If it looks like it's oversaturated in camera, it is oversaturated in real life. PTG, this is like a fluorescent orange. I love this color. Okay, let's make something with it. Thoughts on Mark II versus Mark II? As Prusha wrote everything you need to know about that in the announcement post. At 190 to 230, so let's go to 20 with this hot and heated bed. 0 to 80, so 60 should be fine. 52, 120, so essentially just like we printed. I'm hoping I'm not going to tear this glass back. It is so bright. Yes, it is extremely bright. I like it. Which of the Floristique, Augustine Floristique Pokemon should we print? This is, wow, it does feel nice. Which of the low poly, not yellow, nope, it is that fluorescent orange. Which of the low poly Pokemon should we print? I think I'm going to scale it up and just leave it printing for a few hours. We do need to preheat this and unload the filament first. Choose one. Fight about it. Actually, let's see if preheat works. I'm not printing the Gruta and Benchi thing. No. Chamanda. Okay, that's, yeah. There's probably a different way you're supposed to pronounce that. But I never had the English Pokemon versions. Photo's so crappy. Yeah, that's it. That is gonna be it. So let's check this out. Yeah, probably half the files already, but Cura. Okay, that is definitely too small. And that is definitely too big. Maybe compromise and do it like, what is this, 129 tall? Yeah. Cyndaquil. Is this PTG Neon Red? It is called, where's the box? That's what it's called. It is called Neon Orange. I should have known. But yeah, it is called Glumanda. Yeah, that's the German name. Like is that just a generic? No. Like if you look at the, if you look at what this box illustration looks like, it's like a nice cool orange, and then you put the spool. It is oversaturated, but that's exactly the color that it looks like. This is what it's like on the box, and this is what the actual spool looks like. So yeah, camera can't handle it. Slicing, yeah, please do so. Let's maybe go to 0.15. Ah, now it's slicing. Okay. Let's see, infill density 20. Do we even need 20 for this? Probably not. Cubic. Let's go down to 10. Line up 0.3, that makes sense. 0.15, that also makes sense. Print speed, okay, wall speeds are a bit slower, that's okay. Build plate adhesion, I don't know if I should enable that, but let's just see. Layers. Ooh, yeah, Cure 2.5 definitely is a lot faster and a lot smoother there. So this looks okay. Print time 6 hours, perfect. My internet connection resets at around 2 or 3 a.m. So, well, let's knock it down to 200. Yeah, layer height is at 0.15. Take it through shooting range again. Nah. Automatic input scaling. I scale it up that far. That was all my fault. 0.15. What we're gonna do? Yeah, layer height is okay. Temperatures. Yeah, I did want to raise the temperatures a tiny bit, so 200 is default. This is 192. Let's grab the box again. 192 to 230 again. So let's plop that up to 215. Mr. 60 edge should stick. Let's put some extra 3D lac on this guy so we get it to definitely stick. And yeah, SD card somewhere. Here we go. Come on. THC. That's an old SD card. Okay, A2. Yeah, let's do that. 0.2. It's at 0.15. Let's compromise. I never said what time tomorrow the stream was going to be at. Because I don't know yet. I don't have a save to. Okay, I don't have a strict plan for that, but probably sometime in the evening. Probably sometime around 5 or 6 p.m. because this upgrade might take a bit. So I'm not sure if, you know, if I started like 7 p.m. or something, I am gonna make it to the end that same day. Okay, that's hot. So yeah, I might start it at 5-6, which is CEST, Central European. Is it standard time? Daylight saving time. Yeah. That is Magigoo in there, which, you know, it really is gooey and disgusting once it when it comes out of the pan. It does work pretty well. It's just that 3D lac works better. And I sort of, you know, I just want this to stick. I need this to stick. So, yeah, 3D lac it is. Because that's the one thing where I know if it's going to stick too well. And we're going to have a hole in the bed tomorrow. If push comes to shove. Okay. Do we actually need to set up like nozzle height or something? I don't think so, but we will need to unload filament. Let's get this guy in here. Go on. That doesn't help. Well, maybe it does. A bit. Yeah. Got it. Hairspray, no, it is 3D lac. This stuff is specifically made to be used as a 3D printer bed adhesive, and it does smell like hairspray. It does come in a hairspray can. It does share a lot of properties with hairspray, but it is different to hairspray. I can tell you that much. And unload filament. Something's still wrong with the LCD menu. Well, let's just unload this manually then. Yeah, it is different than your regular garden variety. Is that how you say it? Hairspray, so yeah, definitely worth it. And so far, I've never had anything come loose with 3D lac. It's a mess to apply. That's the only thing. Yeah, it gets everywhere. Crap. Why am I so short? If only I was actually Dutch. Then I'd be a giant. Get in there. Yep. Yeah, ready for a chunk of glass sticking to the PI. I think that might happen. That might. But, well, we'll see. Don't I need to sleep? Well, it's 5 past midnight here, which is not that bad. Plus, I'm working. I can work all night. I can be productive. I can stream. I guess. Heating. Okay, so that is printing. Hoping like the homing cycle is okay and the first layer height is okay, but we're gonna see that very soon. Yeah, PTG and glass, they like to stick extremely well to each other. So yeah, definitely use like some sort of glue stick at least. Ooh, hiccups. Definitely use at least some sort of glue stick with that, or you will be in for a very rough surprise. Let's actually get another lens on this guy. My favorite, the 25. And we even have a focus point. Get it all nice and crisp and bokeh-licious. Printing. You might need to print this through USB. This still does not look like a happy camper. It says printing, it's at temperature, but it's not starting the print. Could we have an issue with the end stops? That's my theory right now. Maybe we have USB cords behind the table. That's always... Nope. Could they be triggered and the printer just refusing to do anything? Why did that make such a... Okay, that's just the tape down here. Glue stick, we have 3D lac in here. What is the most difficult thing I've printed so far? Probably this guy. Switch you around, and I printed that on the... Did I print this on the Ultimaker? Yeah, it's... I do label my prints. This guy, the Kraken Attack by MakerBot, actually. This is a model from MakerBot themselves. This is like super intricate and super detailed and has overhangs like crazy. This is a really challenging print, but it came out pretty much perfectly. Ultimaker 3. Heating, so let's give this one more try and see if it actually starts printing after it starts or finishes heating. Go on. Did I remove all the acrylic? No, I never used that one machine again. Because with the heated bed so warped out of the box, I just didn't... Just using it would have been a pain, and like, nope. Still has all the paper on it. So, printing. Nope. Okay, let's do USB then. Actually do just regular old Prontoface. That's going to be something I will have to figure out tomorrow on why this thing is not starting its print. It might be a G-code issue, I don't know. Okay, reset. Do I really want to wade you through my file structure? Probably not. There we go. So let's see what this guy says. We should get the preview in a second. Yes. Obviously that is centered around 0, which Prontoface does not like, but we can still print it. Yes, I did pop in those stepper drivers. And I think I actually got the LCD to light up when I moved anything. The sugar in it. So the thing is, citric acid and sugar and all that sort of stuff is actually really sticky. If you even have a citric acid by itself, that stuff is really tacky and sticky when it's wet and you know, just or damp at least when it creates a film or forms a film and then just gets the slightest bit of moisture on it. It's really tacky and sticky. And lemon juice, yeah, sugar, citric acid, all stuff that gets stuff to stick. It's probably not the cleanest or I don't know, most healthy option. Not well, it might be healthier than hairspray, but yeah, if it works for you, it's fine. M114. Of course, while it's heating, it can't do that. Let's just let it heat up and see what it does. Is there anything short of Octoprint more up to date than Prontoface? Other than the built-in hosts. Not really. Repetier host, yeah, a lot of people are using, but not a huge fan of that, so I don't know, Prontoface works. Why would you not use it? It still works on every platform. You can get pre-built binaries for it. It's just line 24 of 245,000. Okay, so it's streaming in. It's streaming G-code, it's doing it, but it's not moving. Oh, it's M119. It's not moving. Max triggered open. Okay, that's not good. Okay, that's gonna have to be a longer debugging session. Will this? Yeah. That's gonna have to be a longer debugging session. I think I'm just gonna start another stream tomorrow, because I'm gonna have to take the bed off and try a few things out. So yeah, thanks for being here. I'm gonna end the stream right there, and yeah, see you tomorrow definitely. Probably again on this channel. Motors disconnected. No, they are connected. But yeah, good night.